Good morning, namaste, and welcome to your yoga this morning. During this pandemic, I've really been reminded so many times of how important the pranayama is and how important it is for us to practice the breathing techniques every day. So today I'm going to focus on the Ujjayi breath, or the triumphant breath. And what that breath does for us is it helps us to aerate the lungs. It strengthens the physical body, soothes the nervous system, and increases endurance. So all of these things from the Ujjayi breath, or the triumphant breath. So let's be triumphant together today. But the practicing of the breath is actually to create a sound in your mind. And the sound is almost like a whispering or a sound on the exhale. So you might want to try practicing that a little bit. Just try to exhale and make a kind of a whispering ha sound. And then when you inhale, you would hear maybe a saw sound, like a saw sound. Exhale and inhale, feeling the breath coming through the nostrils and over the palate with your mouth closed. On the exhale, let the breath come out with your mouth closed and just hear that ha sound. So practice that a few times. Can also be known as an ocean sounding breath. You might hear the ocean. So let's practice it all together. I'm going to come into a seated position. And when I come to a seat, maybe you can find a comfortable seat as well. I'll be sitting in Virasana, or a hero's pose, but you can sit easily in easy pose or any position that allows your spine to be straight. We'll use the Jnana Mudra by placing the thumbs up and then placing the pad of the index finger on the base of the thumb. And then you can allow your palms to relax and place the backs of your hands on your thighs. Now close your eyes down, and on the next inhale, just notice the breath coming in through the nostrils, maybe hearing the saw sound. And on the exhale, let the breath come out through the nostrils, possibly hearing the ha sound. Inhale and let the lungs expand, almost like a hero or conqueror would be sitting with the chest expanded. And then on the exhale, engage your abdomen and allow the breath to release completely, slowly, and deeply. So there's not a lot of force on the inhales. The breath comes in easily through the nostrils, goes over the palate, the back of the throat. And on the exhales, you should be hearing the ha sound inside and allowing for the diaphragm to relax. So the abdomen's still engaged. Slow and deep. Keep your eyes closed down and focus on the sensation of the breath coming in and over the palate. And then on the exhale, releasing the breath, relaxing the diaphragm. The abdomen still engaged. The lungs need to be fully expanded on the inhales, and the diaphragm should be relaxed on the exhales. Now, before you open your eyes, just come back to your natural breath and try to observe any sensations in the physical body, maybe noticing how your skin feels. Notice any sounds around you. Notice any vibrations. Even your body's own temperature. Now slowly bring your palms together at the heart center and lift your heart up into the palms. And bring to mind your intention for your practice today, your intent, what you intend to receive from your practice. And then nice and easy, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Today we'll be practicing twists and focusing on the physical twist and using Ujjayi breath during the twists. The best part about Ujjayi breath is it's one of those pranas that you can use any time of the day because of all the benefits. And you can use it while you're walking, or you can use it in postures. So let's start out first seated in easy pose and just crossing the legs over at the ankles and lifting up on the sternum. And on the next inhale, you'll just reach your arms directly up over the head, reach through your fingertips, and on the exhale, release the fingertips back down. So releasing the fingertips back down, draw the collarbones away from each other. Inhale and lift up on the sternum. On the next exhale, just walk your fingertips over towards your left side. Inhale and lift up again. But on the exhale this time, draw that right hip back down towards the floor. Now just engage in that Ujjayi breath for a moment. So try to focus on that same breath. If you can't create the Ujjayi breath, maybe you've gone too far over. So make sure that you're aligning your spine so it's in alignment with your knee and the heart center is lifted. Now just walk your fingertips back towards the center, and on the inhale, lift the arms up over the head, reach through your fingertips, and on the exhale, bring the fingertips back down towards the front, lift up on the sternum, and draw your tailbone back. So the tailbone's coming back towards the floor and the back wall. And now you'll just walk your fingertips over towards your right side. Inhale, lift up on the sternum. And on the exhale, just draw that left hip back down. Try to aerate the lungs by expanding the chest when you inhale. And on the exhale, make sure that you relax the diaphragm, but engage the core. Try to do these postures with your body, not your mind, okay? So keep focused on the breath and your physical body. And then we'll walk the fingertips back towards the center. Inhale, reach your arms up over the head, really reaching through your fingertips. And on the exhale, release the arms back behind you. So when you bring your arms back and behind you, try to lift up on the sternum, right near the breastbone. Lift that up and draw your knees back down. Open up at the armpits. And just take your time this morning. Walk your fingertips forward. So bring your arms forward, bring them up and over the head. And then on the exhale, we'll hinge forward at the hips. So hinge forward a little bit more this time. Draw your shoulders back and down away from the ears and reach through the crown of your head. So while you're creating this length in the spine, remember to allow your heart to lead this posture. So now we'll walk the fingertips over again, same position, keeping in mind in this time that you'd want to turn the navel towards your inner thigh. So it's a gentle twist. If that doesn't feel good yet this morning, just move right into your alignment. Draw the right hip back down towards the floor and deepen your breath. Ujjayi. Now walk the fingertips back towards the center. Inhale and reach your arms directly up over your head. On the exhale, release the arms forward. Draw the collarbones away from each other and draw your tailbone back. Walk your fingertips over towards your right side. Inhale and lift up on the sternum. On the exhale, you're engaging the abdomen but relaxing the diaphragm, and then turning the navel towards the inner thigh. It may take a few breaths for you to engage in the whole asana. So take your time this morning. We'll warm up the body properly, and it'll make a big difference later. Now slowly walk your fingertips back towards the center. Inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up over the head. And on the exhale, release the arms back behind you. One more time, lift up on the sternum and draw your knees down more this time. See if you can draw the knees down a little bit lower and lift up on the heart center. Welcome this beautiful day. Engage in your prana, engage in the breath. And now on the next exhale, we'll just walk the hands forward. And as you walk your hands forward, just come back up onto hands and knees. So we'll come right up onto hands and knees. And when you come onto your hands and knees, line yourself up so that all the fingers have spaces in between, and the hips and the knees are in alignment, and the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders are all in alignment. On the next inhale, let's just lengthen the right leg back. So create a little bit of space now after having the legs folded. Press through your heel and reach through the crown of your head. If you can engage the Ujjayi breath, go right ahead. Keep your gaze slightly down and slightly forward, and keep your shoulders away from your ears. On the next exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and just let it hover there for a moment. Just hold the knee there for a moment. And then release the knee back down. Now we'll inhale and extend the left leg back. As you're reaching your left leg back, keep reaching through the crown of your head and try to keep the gaze downward so that you can keep your cervical spine long. A lot of times I have my head up so I can speak, but you should always keep your gaze downward. Keep the spine long. On the next exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and then just hover there for a moment. Using that Ujjayi breath allows you to keep stable and soothe your nervous system. So keep going back to the breath, even if mind's trying to take you somewhere else. And then just release the knee down. Now separate your knees really wide, walk your hands forward, and just release back the hips. So you don't have to crunch down onto the floor. Try to keep the hips slightly elevated so you can lengthen first. So lengthen your arms as much as you can. If you've got any tightness in your shoulders, just fold the forearms over and draw back. Everybody's breathing deep. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, and we'll float the torso back up. Bring the knees back together and walk your hands back. On the next exhale, we'll engage the abdomen, draw the navel in towards the spine, let your head drop down. And then on the inhale, float the head back up, let the abdomen drop down, and look up towards the sky. Exhale and come back to a flat spine. So you're just going to come right into a flat spine. Inhale, and then on your next exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest, let your head drop down. Keep the knee bent, inhale, and lift the foot up towards the sky. Let your head come back towards your foot. On the exhales, you'll draw the knee in towards the chest, and on the inhales, you'll lift the foot back up towards the ceiling and lift the head. This is the tiger stretch. This feels really good in the morning. It's a great practice to do at least once a day. So breathe into that. And then line the knees up. Align your spine, exhale, and we'll draw the left knee into the chest. And then inhale and lift the leg. Keep following the flow of your own breath. So try to keep it rhythmic, keep it deep, and keep it slow right now because we're just trying to warm up the body. I'm definitely going to challenge you later, so enjoy this part now. And now we'll bring the knees back together. As you bring your knees back together, separate the knees wide, let your toes touch, and then draw your hips back. Walk your hands forward. It'll feel a little bit better this time. Let your heart sink down. And as your heart sinks down, allow for the shoulder blades to come away from each other and breathe. Inhale, and you'll float your torso all the way up, and you can walk your hands back, bring the knees back together. Lift up all the way, and then extend the legs out in front. So as you bring your legs out in front, we'll move right onto our next twist. So if you can, bring your right knee in towards your chest. As you bring the right knee in towards the chest, lift all the way up on the sternum. Think about your shoulders and then just rotate the shoulders towards the bent knee. And as you're rotating your shoulders and your focus is on your upper spine, your upper body, you can bring the hand back behind you and see if you can get it about 6 inches from your tailbone. If that works out, take a deep breath in. Exhale. And relax the diaphragm. On the inhale, let your chest expand. Really aerating the lungs, and then on the exhale, relaxing the diaphragm. If you want to use your knee for a prop, you can use your knee for a prop. And the last thing to turn is the head and neck. So turning the head and neck last. In order to balance the posture, you should flex through the long leg. So flex your heel on the long leg. And then very slowly, we'll just revolve the torso back around. So think about your shoulders or your upper spine making this movement. And then you can extend the right leg back down, and we'll draw the left knee in towards the chest. So to bring your left knee in towards your chest, make sure that you're squared off at the hips. And then on the inhale, you'll just lift up on the sternum. And on the exhale, think again about turning your shoulders together as one unit. So the shoulders are moving together towards the bent knee. So you don't have to go all the way over. If for any reason that the twist stops about here, stay right there. Stay right there. Inhale and lift up on the sternum. You can have your arm out to the side, or if you can place the arm back behind the tailbone, that would probably be the best position, but you can also use a block if you like and lift the spine up. The last thing to turn is the head and the neck. Make sure you're flexing through the opposite heel. And now relax both of your shoulders down. If you can, use the Ujjayi breath. At this time, you're probably in a good position. If you can't, expand your chest and then relax the diaphragm, then maybe you should back off just about 1 millimeter and continue with the breath. Sometimes one side is different than the other, so just allow for the body to adapt. Slowly revolve the shoulders forward. So both shoulders are moving as one unit towards the front. And then on the inhale, just lengthen the leg back down. As you're lengthening your leg back down, you'll flex through both heels. Take a moment for observation in Dandasana or staff pose. So engage your core, lift up through the sternum, reach through the crown of your head. You can press your palms down at your side. Exhale, and we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Turn towards your right side, and we'll come back up onto hands and knees. As you're coming back up onto hands and knees on the next inhale, just draw your right foot forward, and then bring your left foot forward, and then exhale and gently fold forward. First forward fold today, so you don't have to go too far. Just remember to draw your calf muscles down and lift up on your hamstrings. Allow the spine to release. You can even cross your arms over if you want to hold on to either elbow. Bend your knees a little bit deeper if you're getting any sensitivity anywhere in the spine or in the backs of the legs. This is a great posture to energize the body, and it also creates circulation in the brain, right where we need it the most. On the exhale, bend both of your knees. Keep your arms folded over. Press through your feet, and on the inhale, we'll float the torso back up. Keep your arms lifted. Bring the arms all the way up and over the head, and then on the next exhale, you can release over towards your left side and press down on the outer edge of your right foot. So you want to feel that opening in your whole side body. Lift up on the rib cage. Yeah. Feel the side body open. And then bring the chin parallel with the floor. And on the next exhale, you can drop over towards your right side and press down on the outer edge of your left foot. Notice that opening in your whole side body, almost like you're lifting your rib cage away from your waist. On the inhale, come back to center, and on the exhale, release the arms down to your side. As you bring your arms down to the side, let's bend both knees, and then bring the palms up over the head. Let your palms touch, and bring the palms right down the center line to your heart center. Lift your heart up into the palms. Take a deep Ujjayi breath. On the next exhale, you'll hinge at your hips. So just drawing the hips back, folding forward. Let your heart lead this posture. Make sure there's a micro bend in your knees so that you're not hyperextended. And we'll come into this half forward fold. So in the half forward fold, you can place your fingertips down towards the floor, bend your knees slightly, and on the inhale, we'll draw the right leg back. As you draw your right leg back, just flex through the heel, lift up through the heart center, and draw the collarbones away from each other. If it's comfortable, you can drop the knee down. If you'd rather stay in your high lunge, you're fine to do that. But just keep the breath moving through the body. Keep the prana going. The top of your foot should be flat on the mat if the knee is bent. And actually, that's a good practice if you're doing your practice in the morning, is to work on the feet a little bit and focus on the foundation. On the inhale, draw both of the hips back. So as you're bringing both hips back, if it's comfortable, you can flex through the heel. If that doesn't feel so good, just keep the foot down and keep drawing both hips back equally. Keep the hips squared. And we're slowing down the practice today so you can focus on Ujjayi breath, so you can aerate your lungs. Increase your endurance, relax your nervous system. On the exhale, walk your hands forward. As you bring your hands forward, draw the left knee back, and then just draw both hips back. Try to come up on your fingertips like you're playing a piano, and then bring your shoulders back. Reach through the crown of your head. Deepen your breath. Inhale, float the hips up, and we'll bring the right foot forward. As you bring your right foot forward, if you're comfortable in your high lunge, you can move right into your high lunge. Draw the collarbones away from each other. Otherwise, drop down onto the knee and let the top of your foot be flat on the mat. And enjoy this process of warming the body and relaxing the nervous system. Inhale and draw both of the hips back as you're bringing the hips back. If that's comfortable, you can walk back. Try to keep the spine long and flex through the heel. If that's not creating length in the spine and ease in your breath, then just bend your knees slightly until you can feel that the hips are parallel. On the next exhale, let's walk the hands forward. So as you walk your hands forward, just bring the weight into your right side and bring that left foot forward. Exhale, and we'll fold forward one more time. As you're folding forward, let the weight of your head release down and press through all four corners of your feet. Exhale and bend your knees, and on the inhale, we'll extend the arms forward and lift the arms all the way up over the head. Let the palms touch, and then lift up on the heart center. On the next exhale, you can gently press your hips forward, and as you're pressing your hips forward, you're lifting up through your fingertips, creating a whole lot of space. On the exhale, release your arms back down. And as you release your arms back down, clasp the hands behind you. Lift up through the crown of the head and draw the fingertips back down. On the next inhale, we'll draw that right leg back. So bring your right leg one step back. Try to keep the hips, the knees, and the ankles in alignment. So sometimes that means you need a little bit wider stance. Sometimes it's a little narrower. On the inhale, lift up on the heart center, and on the exhale, we'll tilt back slightly. On the next exhale, hinge forward. So as you're hinging forward, try to keep drawing the left hip back and the right hip forward. And you might want to come about halfway down and just align the body so that you know you're in alignment. Try to take a Ujjayi breath. Try to take one breath. If that all feels good, on the exhale, sink the heart center down and lift the arms up. You can let your head drop down. So you can even do the Ujjayi breath upside down. Press through both of the feet, and on the inhale, allow the torso to float up. Keep that breath going. Keep that Ujjayi going. Exhale, and you can tilt back slightly. And then bring all the weight into your left foot, and we'll move the right foot forward. Exhale, and release the arms down. Yeah. Just notice the upper body, the chest as it aerates. And then on the inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Let your palms touch. Lift up through the index fingers. And on the exhale, just one more gentle back bend. So keep lifting through your fingertips. And as you're lifting through your fingertips, you're reaching up. So when you're drawing the energy down towards the earth through your feet and lifting up through your fingertips, you're elongating your spine. One more time. Exhale and release the arms down. As you release your arms down, clasp the arms behind you. Lift up through the sternum. Bring all the weight into your right foot, and let's step the left foot back. As you bring your left foot back, prepare the body for a gentle back bend. So make sure that your stance is correct. The first thing you'll notice is your feet, and feel that you're pressing on the outer edges of both feet. On the inhale, lift up on the sternum and gaze back into stargazer. On the exhale, just start hinging your hips. And as you're hinging at your hips, you're drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. During your practice, Mr. Iyengar says that you're actually a scientist. So while you're practicing, you're experimenting with your physical body and your mind. So try to stay connected. On the next exhale, if you want to release the heart center down towards the knee, inhale and lift up on the arms. And wherever you are in this posture is beautiful. It's fine. So if you're coming halfway, you can come halfway. If you go all the way, you can go all the way. But just make sure you can engage your breath. Inhale and we'll float the torso back up. So bring the torso all the way back up. Bring the weight into your right foot and we'll step the left foot forward. Exhale and release the arms down to the side. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head. Let your palms touch and then bring the palms right down the center line and engage Ujjayi breath. Now bring your hands to your waist. On the inhale, let's hinge forward. And as you hinge forward, draw your hips back. As you're drawing your hips back, reach through the crown of your head, Ardha Uttanasana, or half forward fold. Bring your fingertips down now towards the feet. Inhale, and we'll draw that right leg back. Now draw your left leg back. Exhale and draw your hips back as you're moving into your warrior, into your downward facing dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift up on your heels. Exhale and draw your heels back. Try to separate your shoulder blades if that's possible. And then on the inhale, we'll just lunge forward. So you're hinging forward like you're going to come into your plank posture. And as you come down towards your plank, exhale, drop down onto the knees, the chest, keeping the elbows in tight to your body. And then on the inhale, floating your torso up, you'll come all the way up into your up dog. And then on the exhale, draw back again, curl the toes under and move right into your downward facing dog. Deepen your breath. Ujjayi breath, one more time. On the inhale, lunge forward and we'll bring the right foot forward. Drop the left knee down. Drop your left knee down. Let the top of your foot be flat on the mat. Inhale and float your torso up. As you bring your torso up, try to make sure that you're in alignment. So make sure that the knee and the ankle are aligned. And then on the next inhale, we'll bring the arms up over the head. As you reach your arms up over your head, your arms are in your warrior one posture, another posture of victory. Isn't that a great place to practice Ujjayi breath? Yeah. On the exhale, bring the palms down to the heart center. And as you bring your palms to the heart center, lift the heart up into the palms. Focus on the Manipura or the solar plexus. Just start to rotate towards the bent knee. And when you find that comfortable place on the exhale, try placing the outer edge or the outer part of your elbow and the back of the arm on the knee and press your palms together. So as we move into this twist, again, there's several variations that you can use. So if you're not comfortable in this position, just back it up a little bit. Maybe you want to bring the arms down and draw your hip back with your hand, because during a twist, you want to be able to expand the chest and then relax the diaphragm. Full deep breath, whatever posture you're in, enjoy this posture and enjoy the Ujjayi breath. If you're feeling really good today, you might want to curl the toe under and then just pop the knee up off the ground. On the next exhale, just drop the knee down and then revolve the shoulders forward. As you bring your shoulders forward, you can place your palms down, bring the weight into your right foot, and then let's step the left foot forward. Exhale and fold forward. And then on the inhale, start floating the torso back up. As you bring your torso back up, let your palms touch. And then just bring the palms down to the center line. Lift the heart up into the palms. Full, deep, and expansive breaths. Exhale and release the arm back down. Bring your hands to the waist. And then let's bring that right leg back and then turn forward. So whatever position you're in right now, just try to bring your physical body forward to the screen or to the monitor, and then press through the outer edges of your feet. As you press through the outer edges of your feet, let your toes be facing inward slightly. So the outer edge of the feet is at about a 45-degree angle. On the exhale, you can hinge forward. As you're hinging forward, make sure not to hyperextend your knees. So try not to make your knees too tight in the back and just come about halfway down. This is a great posture to use a block if you have a block at home. If not, then just reach your arms down and let the arms come down in front. Nice deep breath. If you have a block, you can actually elevate the body so that you're really parallel with the floor. And then bringing both hands in front. On the inhale, you'll just lift up that left arm. So just lift up the left arm gently the first time, and on the exhale, sink it back down. And then inhale, and we'll lift up on the opposite side. Lift all the way up, reach through your fingertips. On the exhale, release the arm back down, okay? Still focused on the upper 2/3 of your spine. On the inhale, you can lift up, expand your chest. And then on the exhale, relax your diaphragm. The navel is engaged. Inhale, expanding the chest. On the exhale, you're relaxing the diaphragm. The abdomen is engaged. Okay, do a couple more on your own. Try to stay with it. Remember, the shoulders are stacked. And life is really good, isn't it? Full breath. We'll do one more round. This is a great detoxing practice that we're doing today because of all the twists. So you know you're massaging all your internal organs. You know you're getting rid of all that junk you've been holding on to. On the exhale, come back to the center. So now that you're centered, turn your feet out slightly, bend your knees, and then we'll roll up. So roll the torso all the way back up. As you roll your torso up, release the shoulders back and down. Now just turn your left foot out, and then we'll take a step forward. So we're facing in the opposite direction. Come to the top or the bottom of the mat. On the inhale, lift the arms up over the head. On the exhale, we'll hinge forward. So this time as you're hinging forward, remember you draw your hips back, but keep the energy moving forward so the crown of your head is lengthening your spine. On the next exhale, bring the fingertips down towards the floor. Full breath. Inhale, and bring your left leg back and drop that down. Lift all the way up on the torso. As you lift your torso up, on the next exhale, reach your fingertips down towards the floor, and then on the inhale, reach the arms all the way up. So as you're reaching your arms all the way up towards the ceiling, coming into your Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1 posture, make sure that you're feeling that sense of victory. Deepen your breath into the chest, really expand your chest, and on the exhale, soften the diaphragm, engage your abdomen, and then bring the palms down to the heart center, lift the heart up into the palms. On the next exhale, slowly start revolving your shoulders towards your bent knee. Place the side of the elbow or the back of the arm on the knee and begin to deepen your breath. Now it might feel a little bit different on this side, right? Just a little bit different. So deepen your breath and make a judgment call. Try to decide if maybe you should release the arms out and open, or whether you want to keep the palms in prayer pose. Try to keep the hips parallel. And soften. Try to soften now. If you're feeling especially strong this morning, curl the toe under and pop the knee up off of the floor. That feels really good on the legs. If you've been scrunched up in a chair a lot, maybe on the couch. And now slowly, when you're ready, you can revolve back towards the center. Place the fingertips down. Inhale, and we'll draw that knee back. So you bring your leg back. Like you're coming into your plank pose. And you might as well stay there since you're there. Staying in your plank pose. Draw your shoulders back. Reach for the crown of your head. Really deepen your breath. On the exhale, you can come down, knees, chest, and chin towards the floor, and then inhale and float the torso up. So as you bring your torso all the way up, hold your up dog for a moment, and then on the exhale, draw your hips back. As you're bringing your hips back, we'll gently roll up, and then extend the legs out in front. So with your legs out in front, let's just separate the legs a little bit. And while you're separating your legs, we'll inhale and lift up on the torso. Flex through your heels. Inhale and lift the arms up over the head. As you're reaching your arms up over the head, on the exhale, just bring your fingertips forward the way we did in the first posture. So you don't have to really move into a forward fold at this time. You're just creating a little bit of length and a little bit of space. So as you're flexing through your heels, you want to have the thighs externally rotated. So if your thighs externally rotated, lift up through the heart center, and then just walk your fingertips forward where they want to go. Maybe you'll inhale and reach the arms up, and exhale and let the heart lead you forward. Then release your arms down wherever they go, and we'll walk the fingertips over towards the right side. And as you bring your fingertips over towards the right side, inhale and lift up on the sternum. On the exhale, draw the collarbones away from each other. And just engage now in your Ujjayi breath. By now, if you can, relax your shoulders and understand that if you're forcing your body into the position, you won't be able to breathe. So try to relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, and just relax the abdominal region for a moment. Then on your next breath, you'll engage the abdominals and relax the diaphragm. So it's a slow, deep breath, a slow, deep process. If you can start to hinge the heart center forward, hinge forward. If not, to just stay exactly where you are. Some people like to reach around and hold on to the foot. Some people like the hands on the floor. But this is your science project. Your own science project. Inhale and float the torso back up. Bring the torso all the way back up. And then on the exhale, just rotate the shoulders forward again. Bring both shoulders forward. Inhale, extend the arms up over the head. And on the exhale, fold forward one more time. As you bring your torso forward, remember to adjust the situation by letting your heart lead the posture. And a lot of times that's the best focus, is to allow the heart to lead. It's full of compassion and joy, and that's the energy you want to get from your yoga practice. Full practice, full breath. So as you're hinging forward, each breath is an Ujjayi breath. And as soon as you feel struggle, try to back off again. And then when you're ready, you'll just walk your fingertips over towards your opposite leg. Inhale and lift up on the sternum. And on the exhale, soften the diaphragm, engage the abdomen, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Just let your body melt into this twist. Don't force it. Give yourself the opportunity to move into the posture. Remember, if you like, you can wrap the hands around the foot or just check to see where you are, if you can reach there. On the next inhalation, just float the torso up, and as you float your torso back up, let's bring the legs back together, moving into Dandasana. Just for a moment, you can bend both of your knees. As you bend your knees, you may want to move now into your Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. So just stretching the inner thighs now. Lift up through the sternum and hold on to your feet. You can press your feet together and open up the arches like you're opening up a book. Make sure that you're lifting up through your sternum and deepening your breath. As you're practicing your Ujjayi breath, maybe you can hear the sound of the ocean. So just close your eyes down. Now take your time and draw the knees back together. As you bring the knees back together, we'll extend the legs down long. So draw your hips down towards your ankles and then come back down onto the back. As you're coming back down onto your back, just bring your mind directly to the spine right now. So you should be able to feel the length of your spine. Let your shoulders relax. Let the shoulder blades be even in the mat. And on the next exhale, just draw the knees in towards your chest. Reach through the crown of your head. Make your spine long. Exhale again and place the feet down flat on the mat. And while you're making an imprint of your feet on the mat, let your fingertips reach towards your outer ankles and bring the shoulder blades down a little bit lower. Press through the upper arms, press through the lower arms and the palms, and on the inhale, float the torso up. So start lifting at the hips and drawing the knees forward. On the exhale, engage the abdomen and start coming down one vertebra at a time. See if you can relax your diaphragm when you exhale. And then let's do that again. On the inhale, float the hips up. And if that's feeling comfortable, press through both of your feet and lift up even higher. Let the weight move into your shoulders and clasp your hands together. Rock the right shoulder under and then the left shoulder under, and then press through your upper arms and your lower arms and move into your bridge posture. Deepen your breath. On the exhale, just start moving down one notch at a time. Keep the abdomen engaged, keep the diaphragm relaxed. Allow the torso to come down evenly towards your mat. And then on the exhale, draw the knees in towards your chest. Separate your knees a little bit wider and just rock from side to side. Place the soles of the feet down flat on the mat. Make sure you're right in the center of your mat. Inhale and float your hips up, and then just shift your hips over towards the left side. So you shift your hips over to the left side while they're elevated, and then come back down onto the mat. Inhale and extend your right leg long. On the exhale, draw the left knee in towards your chest and just roll over into this lower body twist. So as you're rolling over, you can use the support of your hand to draw the knee down. You can extend your arm out to the side. If that feels comfortable, opening up the whole inner arm, deepening the breath, and then eventually turning and looking towards your shoulder. So turn and look out the opposite direction. And you can stay right there if that feels good. If you want a little bit more, you could reach for your back leg, the back ankle, and just kind of scissor the legs by drawing the leg back and then opening up at the heart. I know you're gonna like this one. Full breath. You've worked hard to get here, so enjoy it. If you want to lengthen your front leg out, you can lengthen the front leg out as well. But whatever posture you're in, that's the best one to be in right now. On the exhale, just start to unravel by bending the knee and then rolling back over. Place the soles of the feet flat on the mat. Inhale, come back into the center of your mat. Lift your hips up so you're right in the center of your mat, and then place the soles of the feet back down again. Inhale and float your hips up. Exhale and shift the hips over towards the opposite side of your mat. Inhale and extend your left leg down, and then draw the knee into your chest and just roll over. So as you're rolling the knee over, feel the body relax, the low back. Try to relax your low back. This is where you want to feel this one today. You may want to extend the arm out and just breathe right there. So if you turn your head, that would be the full spinal twist. So now you're twisting every part of your spine in this posture. So deep, full breath. On the inhales, you expand your chest, and on the exhales, you relax your diaphragm and engage the abdomen. If all that's feeling pretty good to you, if all of it's feeling okay, and you'd like to scissor your legs, you can scissor your legs and then reach for your back foot and really open up the quadriceps that way. Deepen your breath. Full body twist. If all of that feels okay and you'd like to extend your top leg, you can extend the top leg as well. It might feel a little different on this side than the other side, but just try to relax your low back as much as you can. And then when you're ready to unravel, you can just bend the knee again, extend the leg back down, and then bring the physical body back into the center of your mat. So in the middle of your mat, press through both of your feet and then lift the hips up back into the center. Draw the knees into your chest, and as you bring the knees into your chest, extend through the crown of your head. Maybe you can separate your legs one more time and just take this opportunity to massage the paraspinal muscles. And then extend your right leg down and your left leg down, your right arm down and your left arm down. And we'll move into Shavasana, the posture of integration. As you move into your Shavasana, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, make an audible sound. Time to remind yourself that there's only a few moments left. So try to find that comfortable space. If you find it comforting to remain in Shavasana, remain in the lying down posture, start to relax your ankles, relax your knees, relax the hips, and let the low back relax. Relaxation is your nature and it feels good. So just relax the middle back and the upper back. Relax your right shoulder and your left shoulder. And let the palms turn up in a posture of allowing. Now shift your attention to the center of the head, the crown of the head, and relax the entire crown of the head, your forehead, your eyebrows, and the corners of the eyes. Start to engage the Ujjayi breath by noticing the breath coming in through your nostrils and over the palate, back of the throat, back of the chest, all the way down into the abdomen. On the exhale, follow the breath out, back of the abdomen, back of the chest, back of the throat, back of the palate, and out through the nostrils again. Hear the ocean and allow yourself to submerge into the vastness of that ocean. Now very gently, you can rock your head from side to side. Inhale, if you'd like to extend your arms up over your head, you can reach the arms up over the head and give yourself a nice long stretch. On the exhale, draw the knees into your chest and give yourself a good squeeze. Acknowledge yourself for doing your practice and allowing this short amount of time to improve your lung capacity, improve your health, and improve your mental wellness. And just remember to do it at least once a day. So on the exhale, you can roll over towards your side and we'll come back up into a comfortable seated position. And as you come back up into your comfortable seat, just one final time, draw the tailbone down, lift all the way up on the sternum. Bring your palms to the heart center and then lift your heart up into your palms. And as you go to enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, remember to look inside and allow all of your inner beauty and perfection to shine. Namaste. Keep practicing every day.